Hi everyone, it's Promise Odera One. I don't usually do a lot of videos in a week, and I've done a video already this week, but I'm gonna do this video because of the need. And at the same time, I don't like speaking to all these social issues that pop up, but I'm going to speak to this because of the nature of it and how it affects us and our public image internationally. I don't know why Nigerians claim to be very smart, claim to be very intelligent, but at the same time are very foolish in their actions. Because the only two ministries that are working under this current administration of APC, Tinubu's led administration, which is the Ministry of Aviation and Ministry of Interior, led by Minister Festus Keyamo and Minister Olubumi Tundi Ojo, or Tundi Olubumi Ojo. I don't know why we are trying so hard, to rubbish their efforts. So all the efforts of Mr. Festus Keyamo to revamp or make better the aviation industry, we are fighting so hard week in, week out to constantly bring bad image to Nigeria. He just told us on national TV that he has managed to secure the first dry lease, which is the first plane to a Nigerian for us to operate by ourselves. And we are now clearly showing the whole world our ineptitude and like I don't know, I don't even understand how to say it. Our incompetence to be able to run an aircraft. I don't understand what is wrong with Ibom Air. A lot of people have complained about Ibom Air. Your place might be newer, Akwa Ibom might be nice and beautiful as they say. I've never been, but at the same time, there has been a lot of complaints about Ibom Air. How is it that your management, your staff, both those at the desk, both those on the air or the plane, are so poor in de-escalating issues? Okulol has called Ibom Air out years ago, and now we are still hearing that this same woman that is involved in this current case of Mrs. Comfort or Miss Comfort is also in the past, shown the same poor customer service. Do we understand the level of the problems we bring to somebody like Festus Keyamo with all these issues? This is a man that is planning an air show, I think he said by December or so. How do you expect people to see all this all over the news? And we are very good in broadcasting things. We are the most populated black nation in the world. So if anything happens in Nigeria and it's trending everywhere, you can imagine how far it can reach. So all these people that are intending to come and do air show are coming to see the way we manage ourselves. Why is it that whenever we try to move forward, we will be our own problems and keep taking ourselves backward? First of all, a whole senator, you climb the desk of an airline desk. You climb it and stop their belts. A whole senator, things that you cannot hear of. Senator Shimolo did it in Nigeria. Second of all, Palm One, a veteran, old man, high life veteran of a whole tribe, and I hear he has also a traditional title. You are on the tarmac walking against the plane. And third of all, a woman is of course showing some grievances and assaulting people, and the next thing you are tearing her clothes and undignifying her and dehumanizing her and nakeding her in public. As in it, sometimes no. There must be a spiritual problem with Nigeria. There must be something spiritually wrong with that country. The only two ministries that are working, Olubumi Tunde Ojo, have tried his best to make better the image of Nigerians in terms of the passport. Nigeria is one of the only countries you can fly to with expired passport because the ineptitude and the inefficiency is coming from them. Now, Tunde Olubumi Ojo have tried in that sector, working so hard. Fan and Festus Keyamo are trying so hard. just to do things to better and we keep giving that guy, instead of him to focus on things that are better, focus on how to get people, attract investors. We are constantly giving Festus Keyamo things that are frivolous to be distracting. How can we not be civil? Do we know that we as a people as well can even help the government by maintaining decorum, by being a good citizen, by being civilized? This is why we have problem every time we call president, but sometimes civil servants are the problem, workers are the problem. I tell you now, anybody that is listening to me, I challenge you, if that was a British Airways flight, if that was a Lufthansa flight, if that was a Delta flight, there is no way that issue will escalate to that point of physical touch or physical assault. People go on planes and drink all throughout the flight, 13-hour flight. They will drink. At the state of being drunk or whatever, they are still well managed. As an air hostess, do you know the kind of training you are trained? You are trained in life-challenging situations. In case of crash, in case of worst scenarios, you are trained to safeguard the people that you have on board. Instead, in Nigeria, we are the ones tearing the clothes of people that... First of all, let me analyze the issue the way I want to analyze it, because people rush into conclusion. I saw a video by that same girl, Miss Comfort. She placed the phone on the next to the door of the plane, and she was recording herself. And then she said to the woman that was blocking the door, "Allow me, make I pass." The woman no gree. Why are you blocking her? Even if you let her off the plane, how fast can she be that she can outrun you, outrun all the security, and pass the security of the airport, pass every checkpoint, and leave the airport premises without you catching her or calling the same security to catch her on the way? Why are you forcing her to be there when already you have an altercation? You are stopping her freedom of movement, and because you have an altercation, you want her to be happy to stay within the confines of that space that is already heated. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Airborne Air, you have to retrain all your staffs. You have to retrain them. This is sad. Airborne Air, you have to retrain your staff on what customer service should be. This is, it's very, very shameful. Now, if that girl, Miss Comfort, sues Airborne Air, she will win. Of course, I know the justice system in Nigeria is flawed, but if that girl sue that airline, she will win. Why did I say so? Now, two wrongs doesn't make it right. You can be wrong, but at the same time, the other two people can be wrong, and you can have two faulters at the same time. Right? Now, which one is grievous? Which one is more grievous? Which one is heavier? That's the question. That girl is the customer of that airline, not the customer of fan. She is the customer of that airline. If that airline was not flying from that airport, or if that airline cancels that flight, that girl will not be in that premises, will not be in that airport. So first thing first, her primary company that she's customer to is Airborne Air. Now, customers are right. She's within her right to even enter a plane, notice some issues, and disembark. And you are supposed to be able to refund her money. It's because in Nigeria, we don't even understand the power of the consumer or the customer. That's why we do all the nonsense. In the UK here, you can buy a clothes, wear it. After some days, I didn't say hours, after some good number of days, you can still package it, send it back, and get your money back. That is what you call consumer right. So somebody can pay you for your airline, enter the seat, notice that the screen is not working, or for whatever reason decide that they are not flying, you are supposed to refund them. It's just because in Nigeria we don't know our right, and things are always upside down. That's why people get away with all the nonsense. Now, if she had a grievance and two of you were arguing it, I don't even want to start getting into the nitty-gritty of the conversation, because many times you tell me to put my phone on. I'm a frequent flyer. If you tell me to put my phone on I've never seen air hostess going to people's phone and checking if it's off or airplane mode. You just have to announce it. Civil people, intelligent people, wise people, civilized people will just turn it off or put it on airplane mode and put it away. But you don't go there policing them yourself and threatening to co-pilots and all the time. It's mental. We are not normal. Does that woman have a phobia? If you have a phobia for flying, why are you an air hostess? If you have a phobia and you think people are going to use the phone to disconnect or affect the transponder or whatever the airplane used to fly, then don't be an air hostess. Now, customers are always right or have a right. That is one. Two, you are supposed to de-escalate an issue. Even if she's fighting you or whatever, all you have to do is escort her, follow her as she's walking, stop her by security after she has left the craft. She could have actually caused first of all, when they said that she had a scissors and that she was using scissors on people, how did she enter the plane with a scissors? If there is security in that airport, there's some things you hear about Nigeria. Some people will think they are making sense, but it to be very unsensible. Like, it will be very unsensible to me. It's like in the Kwamwam's case. Why will a pilot see somebody on the runway and you still move that plane? Human safety first. You have to put safety first. He might be drunk, he might be intoxicated, he might not be in his right senses, and you are moving an aircraft towards a passenger that is on a tarmac. We must be really stupid in Nigeria. Even Kwan can sue that airline too, Value Jet. We are very, very stupid. We don't understand anything about customer service. No matter who you are in the UK, no matter how silly you are, no matter how small you are, if you are on the tarmac, everybody must stop because you're a human being. You have to protect life first. That's two. Number three, she wanted to leave the aircraft. You said no. Then eventually you got people to move her out. Now you didn't even say, okay, let me get the female police or the female security personnel to. You went and the men were molesting and grabbing her out. See, even if you're a police, your training will tell you to use what they call appropriate force. You must use appropriate force in whenever you are restraining someone. You cannot use the same level of force you use for a 50-year-old on an 18-year-old. You cannot use the same force that you use on an middle-aged man on a woman. And then these guys were dragging, and that's why she was fighting, kicking and everything, because of course you are hurting her. You see, no matter how stupid we Nigerians are, once we come abroad, we behave well. Do you know why? Because they first of all behave well to us. But once we come back to Nigeria, we go back to the factory reset and become stupid as well, because everybody in Nigeria seems to be stupid. You have to first of all behave well towards her. Even if she's acting like out of her mind, you are supposed to be the bigger person and understand how to manage. I was on Airpeace the other time going to Nigeria. Ask first hostess question. Second question, they started avoiding me. When we are now close to landing, another third one came and apologized. And I was like, if this third one was the first person I asked question, it would have been easier. But because I'm a bigger person and I don't want to cause any, I just left it. I flew the whole length of that flight without any, entertainment screen. But that's not the point. The point is that you need to know how to say sorry, apologize, de-escalate issue. She is your customer. Now you've ended up nakeding her. You did not use appropriate level of force or restraint. You wanted to have your way and rubbish her, and on top of that, you are recording it. On top of that, you are spreading it. This will be very, I've seen the verdict of Festus Keyamo, and I've seen the lawyers saying that they don't have the right. Whether they have the right or don't have the right, sometimes we need to understand that we are all Nigerians, and nobody is more Nigerian than the other, which means if this girl is supposed to have equal right as equal right as even Festus Keyamo himself. I understand he's trying to do the right thing here, but the right thing might not be giving her a life ban, because at the same time I feel like this air hostess that has this bad record, people are saying it, is also at fault here, and we must stop putting our country in bad news all the time, especially when people really want to work and save the country. Look at the series of bad image and stupid. Is that the fault of government that Oshimole, Kwanwan, and Comfort are having this exchange with even the hostess? We have to do better as a country. I'm tired, man.